Yo guys, CFB, welcome back to a brand new video. Hopefully we're all doing well. Hopefully we're all doing better than 2 days ago, because that was a stinky performance from us. Yeah, welcome back to a transfer news video. We're back on the transfer news videos because we've got a load to go through today. Well, actually, no, we haven't got a load compared to usual, but we have got some important news that we need to get into today. So, yeah. But before we get into the video, obviously, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. Also, first link in the description is my second channel, so go and check that out. Be very much appreciated. There will be a video coming out on there very, very soon, so go and check that out. It's in the description, right down below. You know where it is, right down below. So, yeah, as I get a load of notifications from Instagram, I don't know what all that's about. Let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into this, because we have a couple of things I want to talk about. So, Chelsea have had a here we go. You're probably thinking, well, you usually do here we go videos straight away as soon as it's announced. Yes, on the big players. This guy, I think, will be in the squad, but it's not like a massive signing. But I'll speak more about him as I give it to you guys. You guys have probably heard it already. Fabrizio Romano came out with this last night. So, Fabrizio Romano said this. I'm just going to say his first name, by the way. So, Petrovic to Chelsea, here we go. Verbal agreement in place with New England Revolution on €16 million deal. Medical test booked on Wednesday for the Serbian goalkeeper who's going to compete with Robert Sanchez. So, first off already, two things. We've got another keeper from the MLS again. Great. Great. I mean, he could prove to be quite well. He's Serbian as well. And second thing is, he's coming in to compete with Robert Sanchez. So, he will be in the squad for this season. Now, me personally, from what I've seen of Robert Sanchez already in his first two appearances for Chelsea, oh, God, really bad. Really bad. We needed a keeper in. And I'm hoping this is a good snipe from the Chelsea scouts. Because let's be real, our scouts so far, you look at the deals with Jackson, Madueke, Badiashile, you know, players like that, Santos. Look at what the scouts have done. They've done a really good job in picking out these young, cheap players. They're actually coming on board for Chelsea and playing quite well, better than the players that are like 80 million and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm hoping this is another hit by Chelsea, because we need a goalkeeper in that department. After seeing Sanchez in the first two games, like I said, you've got to give him time, obviously, but my God, he's looked really ropey. Very ropey. So, yeah, I'm glad we've got a keeper in. I've seen a couple clips of him. I've not watched any games of him at all. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but I've seen a couple clips of him, and he looks a lot more, what's the word, quicker than Sanchez. I think the guy's 6'5" as well. I don't know if he's a ball-playing goalkeeper either, but he's tall. And he looks a lot quicker than Sanchez, like getting off the line. Sanchez looks slow. He always looks slow. I don't know why. So, yeah. We've got a little bit more here as well from Fabrizio Romano, a little bit of added information. So, yeah, this is what Fabrizio Romano also had to say. Petrovic will sign a 7-year deal at Chelsea plus an option for another year. The final fee is €16 million, including add-ons. So, yeah, we've gone in for about 14 million. Again, if it doesn't work, you know, it's 14 million. It's not really a bad thing for us. It's not really that much of a loss if he didn't work out. But if he does work out, it's a brilliant deal at the end of the day. Plus add-ons, I don't know how much that's going to come up to. Who knows? We could have paid 18 million euros. You know what I mean? It wouldn't bother me. So yeah, let's get straight into the big news for today, because we've got big news. We've got two bits of massive news which are on the thumbnail of the video that you guys have clicked on. But let's start off with the first one, because, you know, this one really tickles me. I like this. So, yeah, Darko, Mr. Barbecue, says this. Chelsea are back in contact with his entourage, but there are options on the list. Chelsea will make a decision soon. The aim is for 2 more attackers. Let's see what happens. Hashtag Kudas. Now, if you guys are, you know, telling me, why are you using this guy as a source of stuff? Look, this guy gets quite a lot of his stuff right. And he's usually quite early. So I'm using him as a source. Now, if we are back into contact with, obviously, Mohamed Kudas, we've got to be straight on it, because West Ham are currently in negotiations with Kudas and Ajax. I think the price tag that's going about that West Ham could pay for Kudas is £35 million. That's cheap as chips. That's cheap as chips for a player of Kudas' quality. We need to be straight onto that. We could chuck 40 million. I think we could generally chuck 40 million, and I think it would be a great deal for us. Great deal. And, you know, I think the reason why West Ham and Kudas has stalled is because, obviously, the whole thing of Paqueta going to City, and then now it's obviously broken down. Maybe West Ham might not go for him anymore, which leaves the path free for us, hopefully. Which, like I said, I think we should be all over him. 35, maybe 40 million pounds for a player of his quality. Bring him in. Bring him in. I think he'd be really well. We really need the 10 right now as well, because obviously Nkunku is out till January. I think February, but January. And obviously Conor Chukwuemeka, which we've had an update for him. He's going to be out for 6 weeks now, which is a bit unfortunate. Obviously, speedy recovery. We need a number 10 now, and Kudas fits the profile as a number 10, and he can also play out wide on the right, which obviously is good as well, because when, you know, if you guys are sitting here right now complaining, saying, oh, but that will just leave us with 3 cams, what's going to happen? Is Carney going to go out alone? Are we going to get rid of the other one of the others? No, Carney and Nkunku come back. They're in that cam position. And then Kudas will just go over to the right. So that means in the right wing, we will have Madueke and Kudas. In the cam, we will have Carney and Nkunku. And if we ever want to play Kudas in the cam, we just bring Kudas on and switch over to the cam. Simple as that. It's obviously versatility and stuff like that. So Chelsea need to be all over this in my eyes, personally. We need a number 10. Obviously, there's other options on the list. I'm hoping there's one more name on the list, and that's Eze from Crystal Palace. I think you'd be great. I think you'd be a brilliant buy for Chelsea. Also, Florence Wirtz, I think his name is, from Bayer Leverkusen. I think he should be on the list as well. He's a good player. But top of my list would definitely be Kudas. So, yeah, Chelsea needs to be... If we're going to put in a bid, it's got to be very, very soon, because the 22nd of August right now, the transfer window ends in like 10 days. So we've got to be quick on this. I'm expecting these to be coming in now. So, yeah. That's it for the Kudas update. I'm hoping we really do persuade with that, because it's a need in my eyes. It's a very, very big need. Yeah, let's move on to an outgoing that happened. Move on to 2 bits of information. Then the last one we go on to is another massive one to talk about. So let's move on to one that I'm just going to keep it short and simple. Ben Jacobs said this like 3 days ago. I know this one's a bit long ago, but he said this, and I want to give my thoughts on it. Galatasaray confirmed Hakim Ziyech has joined from Chelsea on a free temporarily transfer with a free purchase option. So, if you're a bit confused on that, if you want to read the other bit, then, you know, pause it and check it out. If you're confused on this, basically Ziyech has gone to Galatasaray for free, and then Galatasaray also have an option to buy him for free if he does well, which I hope they do, because I don't want to be stuck with Ziyech again. I really don't want to. It's a good move for Ziyech, especially at the point of his career he's at. Obviously, it's not worked out for Chelsea. It's not worked with us and Ziyech at all. When he first arrived at Chelsea, I was ecstatic. I thought, we've got this player's unreal. This player's the quality that we need. And then, over time, I'll be honest, I've started to dislike him a little bit. I think he just shrugged his shoulders. It doesn't seem like he cared, really. That's my problem with Ziyech. If he showed he cared, but it just wasn't great, then I'd have a bit more sympathy. But it just seemed like he didn't care. You know what I mean? So, I mean, good luck to him. I hope he has a good loan, but yeah, it never worked really at Chelsea, did it? It never worked, really. So, yeah, Ziyech has gone. And let's move on to another thing, which isn't great, but I'm pretty sure he will go off the books. So, Tom Roddy had to say this. Fulham have pulled out the race to sign Callum Hudson-Odoi from Chelsea. Yeah, obviously, we all know that Hudson-Odoi will leave. There's a couple clubs interested. I think Forest are after him, Nottingham Forest are after him. Crystal Palace, I've heard as well. That's been touted about. Brentford is also another one I've been told about. I was actually told on DM that Brentford are actually interested in Callum Hudson-Odoi. So we'll see how true that is in the coming 10 days. But Callum Hudson-Odoi has to leave Chelsea. I don't see a way back for him at all. He's not going to be happy sitting on the bench. No, not the bench. He's not going to be happy playing in the reserves in the under-21s. You know, and he also is earning 120k a week. What, doing nothing if he stays? So, yeah, we need to get him off the wage bill. It's unfortunate because Hudson-Odoi had a big future, and obviously he had that injury, which isn't his fault, and it's just gone, it's just gone downhill massively. So yeah, ages ago we had a £70 million bid from Bayern. Obviously, when this was like 5 years ago, we obviously turned it down because Hudson-Odoi looked promising then. Now Hudson-Odoi is worth £7 million. Jesus Christ, it's the risk you take. It's the risk you take. So, yeah, Hudson-Odoi has to come off the books, as well as Lukaku. We need to get Lukaku gone. I don't even care anymore. He's training with the reserves, apparently. Get him gone. Has to happen in these next 10 days. So, moving on to the last bit of news, which is one I really want to get into because I've got a very big bone to pick with the Premier League for this. From the information that I've gathered, I am not very happy with this. So, this came out yesterday from the Mail. A potential £40 million a year deal between Chelsea and Infinite Athlete appears in limbo, with the Premier League doing their due diligence on the proposal under their fair market value rules. There remain doubts whether the deal will be given the green light. By the way, I just wanted to quickly confirm it's actually 50 million a year, not 40 million a year, but yeah, okay. What did the Premier League have on us? What stinky agenda do they have on us? Honestly, it actually reeks. It reeks. Obviously, they had the thing a couple of weeks ago where, they were just going at us for no reason about point deductions, stuff like that. I don't know. And then, obviously, our first sponsor, Paramount Plus, didn't happen for no reason whatsoever. They just cancelled it. And then, obviously, we had... there was another company, and that one was kind of understandable a little bit. But what's wrong with Infinite Athlete? What is wrong with Infinite Athlete? I don't know. It's under their rules or something like that. But the amount of teams that have worse sponsors than us, Stake is one of them as well, that the Premier League are giving green lights to, but they won't give a green light to Infinite Athlete, which is it's just a sports company. Like, I don't know what the Premier League have on us. Next thing, they're literally going to relegate us for no reason. They're going to relegate us for no reason. That's the next thing the Premier League are going to come at us for. For like, I don't know, something stupid. It would be like kicking the ball the wrong way at a wrong angle, and they're going to relegate us or something like that. It's a stinky agenda, and it's been like this for years. Ever since we had the takeover from Roman Abramovich, the Premier League have always had an agenda against us. The refs, them, even UEFA, they've all had a stinky agenda against us, and we know this as Chelsea fans. We know this. So we have to put up with it, but I don't understand this. What's the point in, not giving the green light? I don't understand. More information has to come out on this because I don't know what's happening. Are we going to get the green light? Are we not? I don't know. The only reason why I care is because, everything we try and do, they just try and shut down all the time. But, on the good side of things, I actually think the kits look really nice without the sponsor anyway. Like, the home shirt will look good with the sponsor on as well. If you've seen the edited clips and stuff like that, it looks nice with the sponsor on. But without the sponsor, it also looks really nice. Like, I've ordered the new Chelsea kit, which is meant to be here very, very soon, hopefully before the new game. Because it looks really nice without the sponsor as well. So, yeah. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about the Premier League. I don't understand. If you have any more information on that, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be very intrigued to know. I'm always reading the comments, so yeah. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about the keeper. Kudas. Should Chelsea go back in for Kudas? What's your top 3 cam list you would want? Cam/winger in a way, you know what I mean? And obviously, Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi. I'll be very intrigued to know. So yeah. Hope you've all enjoyed this video, guys. Like, subscribe, bell notification on because videos could come at any time. There will be a match preview out on Thursday and obviously the review of the game on Friday. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Take care all. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.